I've often been asked what was it like to work with an international crew on such an Indian story. Perhaps the best way for me to talk about this aspect of the film would be to talk about the film's light. To begin with, I wanted the light and dark in the film not to be antagonistic to each other. I didn't want the light to separate the characters from the dark background, as happens in most popular cinema or TV. In this film, I wanted the human figures and nature to have an equal power. I wanted a flux between them, one appearing out of the other, the character appearing out of the dark into light, the landscape unfolding all around the character. For example, in the Western tradition, generally speaking, a young painter learns the play of rhythms in a composition by studying the human figure. In the East, the tradition is more often to learn about the pulse and changeability of rhythms from the landscape. It is with these thoughts and experience of our location that the DOP, Sebastian Edschmidt, who is German, and I started working on the cinematography of Kissa. We saw that in the burning bright light of the Punjab in North India, where Kissa is shot, people allow the light very carefully into their houses so that they can control the dust and heat. The light then dims as it spreads deeper into the house. The characters emerge from the shadows, take a solidity of presence, and then become shadows again. The light caresses, wavers, and pulses gently on the people and objects in the room. You can see them, but you can't fully grasp them. Again, the cut and design of the character's costume were more for the color and light rhythms of the film than simply for historical authenticity. For me, it was more important how within a scene these colors move and relate to each other. Do they bring one character closer to another or separate them? Or what other overtone could they suggest? When a character opens her scarf to cover her head, the color of the scarf spreads and disperses momentarily in space before becoming stable again. These kinds of varying developments nuance, modulate, and suggest insights into the evolving narrative as well as in the psychology of the characters. And if we see the film as a film and not simply as a story, we'll then see that all its elements carry some tone and ambience for the larger implications of the story. I believe this creates a deep desire in the audience to go further into the space, to probe deeper into the character. Suddenly, the audience is no longer simply watching, but begins to travel with their senses and imagination further than what is seen. And the flux of light and dark in the film makes them realize again and again that, just like themselves, no thing or human can be fully seen, or known, or completely defined. It was a joy achieving some of these formal demands of the film, and that would have been impossible, of course, impossible without the passionate collaboration between the German cinematographer Sebastian, the production designer Tim Panin, and the Indian costume designers Divya and Nidhi Gambhir. It is this coming together, I believe, of all these various cultures, experiences, and insights from France, Netherlands, Germany, and India that allowed us to create a very Indian, but simultaneously a more universal experience. And now finally do I see the film reaching its audience. I believe Kissa unfolds those secret and fragile aspects of our life that are usually very hard to share in our daily living. That part of us that suffers, but also that which affirms. After all, who is there amongst us who is not filled with a certain melancholy when remembering a lost childhood? Who is there who has not sacrificed a part of themselves for their family? Who is it that does not live with the memory of lost love? These are the ghosts that all of us carry within ourselves. It has nothing to do with faith or superstition. Ghosts are all our secret crimes, our bitter losses, and our venal compromises with our own possibilities. Are these not ghosts that we carry, all of us, within us? And more, the 1947 partition of India and the horrific butchering of 500,000 people that it led to remains a ghost in both India and Pakistan's conscience. We are all possessed with some kind of ghost.